Good day and welcome back to the Armada. I'm your host, Super Chicken, and today we're going to talk about how to talk to yourself when nobody is chatting back. When coming into a stream, you got about 10 seconds to actually grab the attention of your viewer. If you're sitting there and not talking in those 10 seconds, your viewer is going to click away. And it's really the golden 10 seconds in the beginning that you really need to be talking and engaging whatever it is you're doing. You could be talking about what you're doing, something about like what you've done that day. I usually talk about some of the things that I am doing at work, or sometimes how crappy work just is. Something that I've looked up on YouTube recently, or something I saw in the news. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go and talk about what you're doing. One of the biggest things, though, that I would like to caution about is repetitively talking about exactly what you're doing. If you're going and grinding in a game and you're continually doing exactly the same thing, saying that I'm gonna hit this guy, I'm gonna hit this guy, now I'm gonna cast this magic spell, or I'm gonna go grind out this rock consistently over and over, it's gonna get really repetitive and your viewers aren't gonna like that, and it's not gonna be very engaging. So after you've got your viewer for that golden 10 seconds and they've decided to stay and watch your stream, you got about another 30 seconds on them until they're going to decide whether or not they're going to actually engage your stream. Now, there's two parts to this. First off, they're going to talk to you and engage you, and these are the type of viewers that sometimes a lot of streamers want. But there's also another type, a lurker. Lurkers are wonderful people too, and you need to understand that most people, when they come to Twitch, they don't come to really engage. They just come to be entertained, or they have the game on, or whatever you're doing, while they're doing other things, whether they're cleaning their house, or I actually have one lurker who likes to listen to me while he's sleeping. So there's so many other things that people have going on in their life that you really need to be cognizant of. So you need to be entertaining yourself. Entertaining yourself vocally is one of the most hardest things to do as a new streamer. I know I struggled with it for the longest time, and it took me quite a while to understand what I needed to do to accomplish this. One of the biggest things that helped me out the most is that I actually started writing down all of these things that I wanted to talk about pre-stream on sticky notes. Sticky notes were my biggest thing that helped my stream out the most. Now, a lot of other streamers will go into telling you about stream planning and a lot of other things that you can go and do, and everything works just great. You need to know what works for you. Now, on this stream plan or on the sticky notes, whichever you decide to use, you need to write down some topics. These topics are things that you can talk about in stream, and you can talk about at great length. Like, one of the things that I love to talk about is Star Wars, or my wife is currently trying to get me into Star Trek. I talk about the experiences that I'm having in that, and a lot of the lore and mythos that I know regarding Star Wars. In doing that, you are entertaining yourself, and eventually one of your viewers will be like, hey, I get that. I want to take part in this conversation. And that's when they're going to start talking to you in chat. And then you use that to compound on what you're already talking about. So most everybody has a inner voice inside of their head, right? It's this voice that goes and consistently talks about like what you're going to do next, what you're going to say next. The biggest thing for streamers is I personally have this like filter between my brain and my mouth, right? Because all the things that I probably think about could probably get me in trouble. So when you're streaming, you really need to almost turn that filter off, and where anything that goes into your brain is going straight out your mouth. So I need to make a clarification. First off, you can't say everything, okay? Every single thing goes through your head. No. You can't do that. All right. So, no racism, no homophobia, or any other forms of discrimination. You can't be rude or obnoxious to people because they're coming in to view your channel. They're coming in to view you. And if you're rude and obnoxious to them, then what's the point in them watching your channel? Also, make sure to try to be positive at all times as much as you can. Yeah, bad things happen in stream, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Also, try not to harass anybody. It's a big pet peeve of mine, and it really shouldn't be done. The final part of this is to just keep talking. Talk and talk and talk and talk. You don't want those awkward silences. Those awkward silences are when your viewers are going to start thinking about, hey, maybe I should find somebody else to go view, right? And you don't want them to click off of you. So you have to talk and 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 fill that silence. One of the other things that you need to do while trying to engage with chat is you need to actually make eye contact with the camera. All right. So if you're over here and you're playing this game and you're just completely focusing in the game while you're talking, your chat isn't going to feel engaged. You need to look at the camera, right? Or the webcam or whatever you have going. All right, so the sticky notes, right? I actually have a sticky note that I put on my camera to remind me to look at the camera. It really helps with the engagement, and your viewers almost feel like you're looking at them. And it's a lot easier for them to communicate and connect with you. So that's all we have in the archive today. If you liked what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to catch me over on Twitch, links in the description below, along with links to the Discord community, where you can keep up with everything that's going on. This is your host, Super Chicken, checking out. Stay safe out there.